Hey, how's it going, everybody? Shark here. Welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Woo! This is going to be the very first video in a line of multiple update videos for this game, and not to mention every other Star Wars gaming game ever. Gaming game. Yeah, we're going to go with a gaming game. So, Galaxy of Heroes, as you guys can tell, if you are an older player, you have noticed by now that they've got a massive update already in the game, especially with the UI. The entire arena looks so much better and so much more beautiful than it did before. We got a whole bunch of new characters in here. You know, we got Millennial here. We got a Thorian. We got Mob Enforcer. We got an Aqualish. We got Duros. We got our Jawa and IG and Bartender. We got Kalehale. We have got a Pike. We've got a Mon Calamari. We've got a Twi'lek. We've got a Keldor. We got a Protocol Droid. We got ourselves a Rodian and another Jawa, which is this little bastard scavenger. Pissing me off every dang time. And then obviously the old Jabba the Hutt looking Hutt cartel, whatever you want to call them. The slug in the back is now in purgatory for smacking us in the butt every single time for the last 10 freaking years. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right on into this update. We've got a whole lot to go through, as you can see. We've got 4 tabs up in the upper left corner, so let's start getting on into it. So, as you guys can see, earlier at least, the Cantina got its own little update. So, it is looking a whole lot better. It's looking so much cleaner, and there's brand new tables out there that kind of make it to be a little bit more easier to find certain things, and there's been a whole lot of quality of life updates and all that stuff. We're going to get into all that stuff in just a moment here. But before we go any further, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and it goes a long way in helping the channel grow. And as well, not to mention, too, if you do both of those things, it adds more content to the channel, and it gives you guys a place to go to for every single Star Wars gaming update that there possibly can be from here on out, starting on May 1st, all the way until probably, I don't know, maybe the day I die. We'll find out. We'll see how long I can keep this stuff going, but we'll keep on rocking and rolling from here. So, as you saw, the home screen got an update, new table layout, improved UI. Everything looks so much better, and it looks so much nicer, so that way if anybody new comes onto the game, they get kind of pulled in right away. Even the campaign got overhauled to where there's reduced battles from 1 to 2 encounters. It reflects the movies, the shows, the comics, the video games, and anything that we love. I've seen a little bit of it here and there. It feels like it's a little bit off when it comes to certain contexts, but, I mean, it works. They've updated some tiers by adding in some more new ones and all that jazz. I love the fact that they added in one down over here in the campaigns for Cantina, to where at the very end, 9F, it gives you the flawed signal data as well as the incomplete signal data as well as some Omicrons. So this is going to be my main farming node since I got everything else done. Just so you guys know where my roster's at, I'm at 13.18 million. I have literally every single character relic leveled, so I've got nothing to worry about until there's a point where I need to get them relicked up. So I'm pretty much all set on that front. Looks like they even added in Rebel Officer Leia Organa and the Imperial Probe Droid, as well as Wampa, General Grievous, and Hermit Yoda into the farming list for the Cantina when it comes to the light side, dark side, and Cantina nodes and all that jazz. Rebel Officer Leia Organa and Imperial Probe Droid, those used to be in the Hoth territory battles, which pretty much are kind of... You're never really on there anymore unless you're literally brand new to the game. So if you got into the game later, you joined a guild that was no longer doing that stuff, now you have a chance to farm it up so that way you can get yourself a nice, beautiful, sexy Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Same when it comes to the Hermit Yoda and the Wampa part and the Rolo, but Imperial Probe Droid, not so much. But, I mean, yeah, it's going to be needed for the ISB faction when it comes on out after this era finishes up, so... It might be important. Also, there was a change over to mod battles to where 5-dot mods are the only ones you can get. There used to be chances where you can get 1 to 4-dot mods. They were complete garbage, pretty much just free scrap, get some extra credits, and that was it. But now these mods are actually going to be worth it, and they're going to be, you know, aplenty. The 1 to 4-dot mods are completely gone now, so we don't have to worry about those no more. And obviously, Tier 2 is going to grant you all the mod slicing materials you're going to need when you get those mods unlocked. Journey Guide got cleaned up a little bit, kind of made little spots for... these locations for the Journey Guide characters, so we'll go on over to the Journey Guide real quick. As you can see, Tier 1, it used to just be these two, and then Tier 2 was like R2 and Thrawn, then Tier 3 was a whole bunch of other characters. Only thing I don't agree, Grand Inquisitor should definitely be down at Tier 4. It is a much more difficult event than people say. Maybe even Jar Jar, maybe even Afra, maybe even Starkiller, but Starkiller's not that hard, but yeah, I'd say maybe Tier 3. Some of these should probably be down in tier 4, but that's just my personal opinion. Tutorial got updated for those that want to start playing the game now, especially with all the new changes and all the updates and all that jazz. So if you want to get into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, now's the time. It's almost Star Wars Day, so jump on May 4th, make a brand new account, and start playing. Hell, we might even do our own free-to-play account if you guys want that. So let me know in the comments below if you want that in the future. Just a nice free-to-play account. We don't spend any money, and we just start playing, and we can make some nice content for you guys and all that jazz. There's been some economy changes over to the era system. Pretty much the highest era level that you can get to now is 135 to convert over to Relic 8. It has made it a little bit simpler to be able to get on all those characters all the way over to Gear 12. Free to play will still be able to get them to Gear 12, but now it makes it a little bit easier for those that are doing any kind of spending whatsoever. I usually just go for the episode pass once a month. It's only $20, and it gives you 20 shards or 40 shards for 2 different characters, 20 each, and kind of just makes it a little bit easier to get them up to 5-star by the end of the era. Looks like there's also going to be an era currency inflow increase by about 200% for all players, regardless if you spend money or you don't. As well as Tier 4 or the Erodium Lightspeed tokens that currently cost 5,000 era currency are going to be going down to 3,500 era currency. So anybody that's trying to get certain characters up to at least Relic 5 and 6-star for whatever event you're trying to work on, that makes it a little bit easier for you once you get a little bit of that era currency. As long as you're playing Coliseum, you'll be able to unlock a whole lot of the older characters a lot faster than you would before. Looks like episode pass, it's going to be about double that. So if you get the episode pass, hey, even better. You get double the era rewards for the era currency. So it's going to be a lot better for you guys. But free-to-play and flow engagement, that's going to be 344. But the only difference between the old flow and the new flow is that it's going to be 204%. So no matter what, if you spend a decent amount or if you don't, you're going to get a lot more era currency regardless. As well as for the era stuff, we are going to be getting loaned units for our Coliseum battles, which means they're going to have their own little upgrade system. These are going to be the era characters that we get for the loaned units. So we got Death Trooper, Scout Trooper, Stormtrooper, TIE Fighter Pilot, Snow Trooper, General Syndulla, Mon Mothma, Captain Drogon, Chopper, Cara Dune, Mandalorian, Beskar Armor, Cad Bane, Embo, Gamorrean Guard, Greedo, and Mountain Enforcer. I can't breathe. So yeah, you're going to be able to upgrade those characters on their own. They're going to have their own little leveling system to where now we can actually theory craft in the Coliseum. We don't have to get very specific summoned units depending on the team composition. It's just going to be straight up, hey, you get to choose whatever summoned units you want into the Coliseum and see how everything goes. So I'm hoping that whatever the upgrades for the loaned units are going to be full and plenty, so that way we can literally upgrade all of the loaned units, and we can really start trying to theory craft and help some of you guys out in the early game of Coliseum to be able to get as high of a tier as possible so you can get plenty of upgrade materials and get those era units rocking and rolling. I will definitely be doing this on my own, and I'll be making videos on it, so that way you guys can kind of see how things work. If anything, on the first day of the next era, which is going to be next week, if I'm available to, we will be definitely jumping on into that and doing a live stream and trying to see, okay, what's some team compositions that can work just to start out and see what the highest tiers you can get. Yes, I will make sure I have enough crystals to spend to make sure that we can do as much as possible. Also, the new era units, we've got confirmation on these 4, and there's going to be 3 more, but we already know what those 3 are. I'm going to tell you that in a second. So we got Captain Carson Teva, we got R5D4, Snow Trooper Commander, and Zeb Aurelius, New Republic Pilot. So Carson Teva, he is in the Mandalorian. He's one of the X-Wing pilots. He's the one that went over to the Mandalorian covert on the planet that they got attacked by the alligator and told Mando, like, hey, Grief Karga's in trouble from pirates. You got to go and help him out there. And then also R5D4, as we know, he is a legendary droid with a bad motivator. I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't have the greatest motivation, so R5D4, he was kind of the first one to show that. Snow Trooper Commander, that's going to be a new character. That's going to be the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, so that's going to be really awesome. Zeb Aurelius, New Republic Pilot. We've already seen him in live action with The Mandalorian Season 3, but we're going to see him even more in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. And then the 3 new characters, pretty much what we're going to be getting is we are going to be getting Grogu and the Inzellans, and they're going to be in like a little hovercraft thing, so that's going to be fun. I really hope that there is a ability on that that's going to just be listed as Bad Baby. I would love that. That would be just hilarious. The other character that we're going to be getting in that is going to be Sigourney Weaver's character. Her name eludes me at the moment, but we're going to be getting her soon too. And then the third character, which is going to be the Journey Guide unlock character pretty much, is going to be Rhoda the Hutt, a.k.a. Stinky from the Clone Wars movie when that came out. I believe it was like 2006, 2008. I remember going to see that in theaters, and it was honestly fun. But apparently Rhoda's grown up, and he's a gladiator now, so he's a big, beefy boy. And then it's also stating that, not in here, but somewhere else, I can't find it at the moment, But we're going to be getting a Galactic Legend that's New Republic oriented, so I'm guessing it's going to be probably a new version of the Mandalorian. They're going to be bringing in a new little overcharge system for mods, kind of making them a little bit more mainstream, a little bit easier for people to understand how to use them, and kind of make it a little bit easier to kind of theory craft, I guess, to be able to get some better mods on your characters. So that's neat. We really don't have too much information. It's just explaining that it's not that the current system is not working in the 12-week time frame, so they're going to find a way to make it a little bit easier for us to be able to have all the characters that come from the era units modded up the second that they hit our roster. We are also getting Era Arena, where it's going to completely kill Squad Arena, the very first important game mode, I guess, in Galaxy of Heroes, where everybody was trying to climb the ranks to get to rank 1. We're going to be getting Era Arena. It's pretty much a place where we can take our era units, bring them into an arena mode, and go up against other people in PvP modes. It's not going to be real time. It's going to be how Squad Arena pretty much is. And the only difference is, like I said, you can only use the era characters and see how that stuff goes, kind of practice everything out. You will be able to use lone characters and overcharge as well to be able to get some mods on those characters as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We don't really see anything about that at the moment outside of just explaining what it is a little bit. But we'll have to see when it gets here and see how it kind of pans out. Now, the thing everybody's been losing their minds over for multiple freaking years in Galaxy of Heroes is finally coming to the game where we have training mode, a.k.a. a sandbox mode, where we can take our roster and go up against other characters in our roster and test out new characters with their Zetas if we have them on there. Omicrons aren't available, but Datacrons will be for the attacking teams. Datacrons for some reason won't be on the defense, so hopefully they'll change that later so we can actually practice and see how we can do in Squad Arena against certain teams and be ready. It's going to make Grand Arena. It's going to make Grand Arena a whole lot more competitive now that we'll be actually able to test certain things and see different little comps and kind of go from there. We will be doing some of this on the channel as well, probably alongside the Coliseum theory crafting. We'll probably play a little sandbox mode. It is not in the game yet. It's going to be coming in a future update. We're not sure exactly when that's going to show up, but it's going to show up sooner rather than later, hopefully. But the logistics on this one, you can only use characters that are in your roster, only 1 GL per side. You are able to duplicate, so if you have Pirate King Hondo Onaka on your offense, you're able to use them on your defense as well, so that way you can kind of see a Pirate Hondo versus Pirate Hondo kind of comp. And pretty much however your roster is exactly how it's going to be going into this training mode. So either way, like I said, Omicrons will not be present. Datacrons will be available on offense. It's going to be interesting. We're going to be able to see some stuff. We won't be able to use this to progress any quest feats or account stats, but that's completely fine. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting any more journey quests anytime soon. But if we do, that'll be great. If not, whatever. It's not the biggest. It's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest deal. To wrap things up on this part of the update, it is just stating that they're going to be working on a whole bunch of stuff for every single game mode that's in the game. They want to update stuff for Grand Arena Championships, Conquest, Territory Wars, Territory Battles, and Raids, because they are the core of the game. They're the most important things in the game, and they're not going to just up and vanish with those systems. They're going to figure some stuff out on that front. One thing I'm really hoping that we get is solo raids, so that way you can actually go into like maybe the old Sith Triumvirate, the old AAT, the old Rancor raid, all by yourself and just fight it, because, I mean, Rancor, you could take that out with CLS and Han Solo, just those two, because you're constantly removing turn meter from enemies, and that's pretty much it. AAT and Sith Triumvirate, that's all pretty much a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren solo anyway. But as long as you have a decent roster, you'll be fine. You can knock through that stuff pretty quickly. And obviously, they're going to be working on fleets soon. It's been a very lackluster version of the game. They're going to be updating some stuff there. Hopefully, they're going to be giving us double drops for fleet, where instead of giving us 1 shard every single sim, it gives us about 2 shards every single sim, or can be up to 2 shards, I should say. So that'll be really nice if we get that. That pretty much covers up this part of it. This one just kind of shows you some of the UI changes and all that stuff. We did already see the entire Cantina to begin with and saw how all the updates are and all that jazz. So, I mean, this is just kind of going into it, showing the new textures, showing the new character skins, all that jazz. The events tab, I love the fact that they finally mainstreamed this to where it shows every single challenge from regular and fleet, and you can just hit multi-sim, and then that's it. You get them all done in one roll. I'm very happy about that front. Campaign restructuring, we talked about that a little bit. It's pretty much just going to be every single tier of the campaign is going to be a specific movie, specific show, specific comic book, specific video game, what have you, and just kind of be a full storyline, so that way when you're going through this normally, you get to experience it, which is another reason why I'm thinking, like, you know what, we'll do a free-to-play account just so we can kind of go through these and see how they are and, you know, kind of go from there. I would love to do that and see how that stuff goes. So if you guys want to see it, please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, you can get Wampa, Grievous, Hermit Yoda, and Rolo in Probe Droid now in multiple different sections. But for Cantina, Wampa, Grievous, and Hermit Yoda are going to be in there as well. So get to farming, my friends, if you want to get that Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker soon. Mod battles have been simplified. No more mods under 5 dots. It's only 5 dot mods, and then also the splicing materials. So tier 1 is all 5 dots. Tier 2 is all your splicing materials. So that's going to be really important. So that way you're never getting any of the crappy stuff. Yeah, like we were talking about the light side and dark side. Tier 1, 9. It's episodes 1 to 9, including the Clone Wars. And then light side and dark side hard nodes are going to be the Clone Wars TV show or movie. I'm not sure which. Bad Batch, Rebels, Andor, Rogue One, Legends, and Ahsoka. Cantina battles, you got Tier 1, Jedi Fallen Order. Tier 2, Solo. Tier 3, Obi-Wan. Tier 4, Afra. 5, 6, and 8 is Mandalorian Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Tier 7 is Book of Boba Fett. And Tier 9 is Legends. And then mod battles is Battlefront and Acolyte. And then Tier 2 is Tales of the Empire, Jedi, and Skeleton Crew. So that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out. I really want to see how they made different characters, maybe if they did. I'm not sure. We'll see. Then they have a bunch of changes, a bunch of characters going to different nodes just to clear on up and make it a little bit simpler for adding in new characters later on, replacing some characters and all that stuff with other characters. So, yeah, there you go. I zoomed it in there for you. Pause the video, read all this stuff if you want to see where everything's at. But honestly, it doesn't really matter reading where all this stuff's at because you can just go in the game and check it out. One of the biggest things of this update is something that has been in the game since the dawn of the freaking time of playing this game. Is Omega battles have been finally updated. Now, Tier 1 is going to be 20 Mark III, or the purple material mats. Tier 2 is going to be the Omega ability materials, which is going to be great for early game players. And then Tier 3 is going to be Zetas, which is good for all around everybody, especially early game, mid game, late game, literally everybody. It's going to help me out. I've got a bunch of characters I need to get Zetas on them, and being able to get 3 per these Omega battles is going to be beautiful. I am just hoping that these things come around very often, which, I mean, I feel like they do. So it's going to be a massive increase to Zeta, so that's going to be great. A couple other little bits and pieces here. Credits are not going to be used for star upgrades for ships or characters. Cantina currency shipments for Mark 1 and 2 have been overhauled to where you get 50 parts of Mark 1 and Mark 2 instead of just 1. The cap on micro attenuators, aka the mod reroll materials, is going to be from 300 to 1,000 now. Drop rates will go live in the campaign context update. Oh, training droids and ship enhancements, and then Mark 1, 2, and 3 abilities or character ability materials are going to be pretty much higher drop rate for all you guys. So that way you can get a lot more of them soon. They reorganized the journey guide. We already talked about that sucker, I'm pretty sure. Quality of life changes for mods. You can pretty much sell them right from your inventory if you're overloading on them. And that's pretty much the great stuff on that front. Third update, which was literally yesterday. They went all Slim Shady on us because guess who's back? Back again. Crady's back. In Coliseum. Don't worry, I'll go jump off a bridge after this. Either way, Crate Dragon is being added to the Coliseum, replacing, I believe it is the Pirate ATST. So we're going to have just the Jotaz, the Temple Guards, the Dryax, and now the Crate Dragon in Coliseum. Hopefully the ATST comes back at some points because that was definitely a fun one to fight. I'd rather they have gotten rid of the Dryax than the Pirate ATST, but, you know, that's just my opinion. Got some new focus datacrons for Andor, ISB, Darth Revan, and Luminara. Darth Vader Dual Zen's now farmable in 9F. Disguised Clone Trooper is now in the list of accelerated characters. And then a whole bunch of little bug fixes, not that big of a deal. Now, let's get on into the light speed bundles. So, we have got all the Queen's Men, where you get Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon Jinn at Relic 6. I do not recommend getting this freaking pack. Main reason being, these two characters are in the Lightspeed tokens for the Cantina in the shipments. So if you go on over to Era shipments, they're going to be one of these guys. I don't have it listed up anymore because I've already got them at Relic 9. Do not buy this pack. That is $60 you are throwing down the drain just to get these guys at Relic 6, and I think maybe they're Zetas, and that's it. It is not worth it. So don't do this pack. This is a crappy pack. Jedi Knight Revan Lightspeed Bundle 2, Relic 6 for Basilisk Shan, Jolie Bindo, Mission Veo, Zalbar, and T3M4. I mean, looks like it's going to be about $15-20. That's not too bad. If you want to get Giant Knight Revan right off the bat, go for it. There is no Lightspeed tokens for these characters in terms of the journey quests. You can get these characters in the entire thing with the era shipments. So if you don't want to spend $20, don't spend $20. If you want to get Giant Knight Revan right away, feel free to spend the $20 or put all your era currency into this. Your choice. But I'd say this is kind of pretty much worth it. I mean, Relic level 6 for $20 and 5 characters. If you have them at not even Relic yet, this is a very good value bundle pack. All Hans on deck. You pretty much get Han Solo, Stormtrooper Han, Young Han, Veteran Han, and Captain Han Solo. All at Relic 7. Looks like maybe you get the Zetas. I believe that should be tier 7 stuff. And it's about $40. I wouldn't say this bundle is very much so worth it. You're better off just doing everything else. Captain Han Solo, I'm pretty sure you can farm somewhere. That's not in any kind of the territory battles. That's old stuff. So everybody can kind of just get out of the other packs. So don't bother with this thing. Not worth it. Oh, yeah, you can get the Captain Han Solo from the Erodium Lightspeed token. So don't bother with this pack. Not worth it. Maul Lightspeed bundle. This is if you want. Oh, crap. That's a Relic 8 Maul. Damn. And ability level 7 too. This might be worth it, depending on how you feel. But that is $55. I personally don't think Maul is that important anymore. I would never buy this pack if I saw this and I needed him. So I'd recommend probably don't do this one either. Din Djarin Lightspeed bundle. Do not do this. I beg of you, do not do this. Do the Lightspeed like journey quests that show up in the quest board. So if you are brand new to this game and you need to know where those things are. Oh, let me grab my energy. They're going to be underneath character quests right here. You will literally unlock Beskar Armor Mando through that. Not worth it. What is all these? Ooh, bunch of stuff. Let's just claim these real quick. Reva, don't need her. Already got our 7-star maxed up. Do not do this pack under any circumstance. I mean, yes, Relic 7's awesome. $30, great. But, I mean, you have the freaking Lightspeed token stuff to be able to earn in the journey quests. I don't think it's worth it personally. If you want to do it, by all means, go for it. They are Relic 7. They are pretty leveled up fast. You unlock Beskar Armor Mando right away for $30. Is it worth it? Sure. Do I think it's worth it, especially since you have the journey quest to do? No. But do as your own. I wouldn't say this is a bad pack to buy if you're going to get any of them. This one would probably be one of the ones that I would say, okay, if you really, really want to get one, grab this. But I haven't seen the rest of them yet, so we don't know. Padme Amidala Lightspeed Bundle 2 for $35. How much was the Beskar? Okay, so this is a little bit more. You get almost double the amount of characters, and you get a shite ton of Separatists up and running. So that is pretty well worth it, and they're all Relic 7. This one, I would say, is probably the better pack to go. I know it's $35, but this one's a pack I would go for because Nuke Gunray, Count Dooku, like a bunch of these characters are needed for multiple different sections of the game. Jango's needed for Obi-Wan. Newt and Count Dooku, I believe, are needed for Anakin. I'm sure Asajj is needed somewhere. And then you can unlock Padme with this too. Like it's literally listed as Padme Lightspeed Bundle 2. So this one would probably, I'd say, would be worth it for the value you get. $25 for the ISB and some Cassian and K2SO. Don't do this. Under any circumstance, don't do this. I know the ISB is going to be a new faction. You're better off just farming Probe Droid now that it's farmable. Krennic is not that hard to get up and running. These 3 you can literally get in the Lightspeed tokens. Don't bother with it. Starkiller Lightspeed Bundle. This is $50. I'm pretty sure you don't need these guys at Relic 7 for Starkiller, do you? Let's double check. You need them at Relic 5. If you really want Starkiller, again, Lightspeed token from the era shipments and just literally get them up to Relic 5 and you're good. Actually, no, they're going to be already at Relic 5 right away. You don't need this at all. You want Starkiller? Get the amount of era currency you need when the discount shows up where it's 3,500 era currency and just get the damn tokens. And then you're done. Literally nothing else to do. Don't do this. This is a bad pack. Lord of the Sith bundle. Okay, this one might be worth it. Because you get all the 501st characters outside of Ahsoka and Gas. You get stuff for Lord Vader. Actually, this is all a Lord Vader pack. Never mind. This is literally everything you need for a Lord Vader pack. Almost. And then not to mention, too, it comes with the ship, which is not that bad, but it's not that great. This pack, I would say, is probably worth it just for the benefit you get out of everything, because you get everybody at Relic 8, and 501st is going to be an amazing pack right off the bat. You're going to be able to unlock Gas if you get a bunch of other stuff done. This is the only high value pack I would say is worth getting. So maybe that. And not touch you get the BTLB Y Wing. It's worth it. And that's pretty much all of the Lightspeed bundles that we have popped up. And that is the end of the update, ladies and gentlemen. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I definitely had a lot of talking to do, and you can already hear my voice is dying here. In the meantime, let's just jump on over to here. Let's do this sim real quick. Damn, no dark blue. Okay, that sucks. But either way, ladies and gents, this game has got a massive overhaul. It looks so much better. I feel like this is going to be the start of them actually putting in more content and focusing on getting things done. So if you guys want to get into Galaxy Heroes, I'd say probably now is the best time, especially since you guys got plenty of time for those Journey Guide Lightspeed tokens. So it's definitely worth doing. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to see a free-to-play version of this game, of me uploading videos of that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll get working on that jazz from there. On top of that, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, as we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and it goes a long way into helping out the channel. As well as be sure to hit the bell icon, because now I'm going to be uploading a whole bunch of videos on updates of all Star Wars games and playing all Star Wars games. We still have the series to work on for playing every single Star Wars game that's ever been created. So we've got a long way to go. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a long one, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the future. Bye-bye.